As many of you may know, every year at this time I celebrate the birth of Sir Isaac Newton on December 25th, what I call Newtonmas. For centuries, people like myself, atheists, freethinkers, skeptics, sex symbols, were forced into hiding, celebrating Newtonmas secretly and at great personal peril. Further humiliation was heaped upon us by the Christians who stole our pagan traditions and then maliciously rubbed our noses to the grindstone, which I guess for many of us was fine, as not everyone enjoys the smell of pine or noble fir. But in the last decade, people like me began to wake up, smell the peppermint mocha, and realize the need to fight back. And not just with the Fig Newton, the official cookie of Newtonmas. No, my people bravely stood up and refused to cower in the face of year-end savings and massive discounts. No longer would the sound of sleigh bells be cause to reach for the Zoloft, Xanax, Klonopin, Ativan, Lexapro, Diazepam, Cerix, Valium, Atarax, Clonidine, Trazodone, Paxil, Prozac, Celexa, Wellbutrin, Cymbalta, or even the bong, though all of those things are now legal in the state of California and several other states. Those of us with resources like my friends David Silverman and Dan Barker began a vicious full-frontal assault on the Yuletide gays. And without an ounce of homophobia. Kudos to you guys. Silverman even went so far as to take on the tides altogether, and in so doing began what Christians all across America called the War on Christmas. Although leaning in general towards a kind of benign humanism, embracing nonviolent resistance, the only missiles we've really been able to launch come in the form of semi-offensive billboards, transit signs, and the occasionally ferocious Happy Holidays. But as a recently promoted non-star general in this war, by the way, new stars appearing in the night sky are in no way indicative of any supernatural activity. They asked me to pass that on to you. I'm here to help those of you with lesser resources become part of the resistance. So without further ado, here are my suggestions for those of you who would like to put on the full armor of Darwin and join the battle in earnest, or in whatever part of the country you're currently residing. Number 1, from late November through New Year, you must refrain at all times from using any form of reindeer-based transportation. I know that means using the subway or sitting quite possibly for hours on a crowded freeway instead of flying above. But these are the sacrifices we have to make if we are ever to rid the world of this pernicious Merry Christmas business. Number 2, at year-end parties, gatherings, and get-togethers, you must not drink the eggnog. And I'm not using that term metaphorically, like, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Although now that I'm thinking about it, that wasn't such a metaphorical recommendation for the members of the People's Temple, was it? Okay, my bad. Bad metaphorical non-metaphor? I don't know. Nevertheless, your refusal to drink the eggnog will be the beginning of the end for this disgusting Yuletide libation. Then what will they drink to celebrate? Think about it, right? I mean, we've got them at that point. Now, if you must drink a nog-based product, I'm going to urge you to go exactly 180 degrees in the opposite direction and bring your own sperm nog to the party. Though make sure you warn people before sharing your delicious nectar with others. Number 3, you must, under no circumstances, kiss anyone under the mistletoe, even if you can smell the tic-tac on their breath. Anyone who attempts to use this vile holiday trickery to violate you and rob you of your right to consent simply because you're standing under mistletoe must be told in no uncertain terms that you will kiss them only under the camel. I'm sorry? I can't do this one? You think this one's too far? Did you hear the sperm nog? You did. Really? So I shouldn't have done that one either. No, I think I've used a lot of colorful language in the last 2 years, and I think they can handle. I see. So it's about the genitals and the bodily fluids. It's not the language. Okay, that's a fair point. That's a good point. Yeah. No, I get it. Should I apologize to them, or do I just? Moving on. Number 4, you must stop giving your friends and loved ones gifts or presents. Instead, I'm urging everyone to do what we do so gratuitously here in Los Angeles and give your friends and loved ones awards. These awards can be for anything you'd like, and they need not be deserved. In fact, your award could be for something a person did last year and was passed over because the person before last year was passed over that year before, and now something needs to be corrected or worked out or something. I don't know. It doesn't even have to be for the thing that you're saying you're being awarded for. It could be simply for a lifetime of being wrongly ignored. Just make sure you don't do something stupid and overlook someone who's done something truly amazing. Like your nephew, Private Ryan, whose military sacrifice should be honored. Don't allow your nephew to be denied simply because of the short-sighted excitement everyone feels about your friend, Shakespeare, and his new love. And by all means, do not follow our example here if you have friends and loved ones who happen to be people of color. Number 5, wholeheartedly embrace the commercialization of the holiday season and spend money like it's going out of style. In fact, take whatever money you've saved up that you might have been giving to the poor and the downtrodden and award Uncle Tony that awful sweater that you know he's never gonna wear. Am I right? He's such a nut. Your embrace of this country's rampant and unchecked capitalism will demonstrate to everyone that you're no follower of the Prince of Peace, who urged a greater concern for the less fortunate and warned of the hell that would come to those who love money more than their fellow man. Although, darn it, shoot! I seem to recall that there's some group who's already jumped on this bandwagon. Gosh darn it! I'm gonna have to rethink this one too. I'm so sorry. Spermnog! Finally, as a bonus for those of you who really want to earn your stripes, I'm gonna recommend that you tell the people you've just met at these various holiday parties that you are dyslexic. Then I want you to start talking to them with great enthusiasm about your love for Satan. So there you have it, my 5-point plan. I'm sorry, 4-point. Possibly 3. There you have my possibly 3-point plan for getting you into the battle. This is not a fight we can take lightly, not if we're to rid the world of this jolly season. Ho, ho, ho is a 4-letter word, comrades, and we must rise up, stand our ground, and crush the forces of Satan. Santa! Damn it! Oh, that's so frustrating. The letters, they get flipped and then Anyway, you get the point, right? This, my friends, is war. Oh, and Merry Christmas.